So basically, John, you are, is it
Deputy Head Teacher
at
Addey Stanhope
School in New Cross, and you've had some seminars at Addey Stanhope previously, but at the moment you are actually, there's a project going on between Urban Synergy and Addey Stanhope. I think it's to do with improving grades. Is it a 3-month project?
The way it started, I obviously met with your representative.
Tell us a bit about that.
We met with obviously every school has the same problems every year. Year 11, beginning of the year, you think you're going to get great exam results, you're confident, you're going to get 80% 5A star to Cs. As the year goes on, students' energy start to wane. You start looking at the data that's coming in. You start seeing the percentage of A stars to Cs beginning to fall, and you start panicking as a school. So then you start thinking about how you support those students and what strategies you can do within the school. And you rely on other staff within your school already busy to do other things, and you make them exhausted. And you get to the stage where you need help from somebody else. And it was suggested I contact Urban Synergy. I think they may have contacted me out of the blue. I'm not sure how it happened now. And they said we could help support some students who are at risk of not getting their 5A star to Cs. So I met with Miss Ashton, our line managers, head of Year 11. We sat down, we looked at all our data, and we identified 20 students initially who we felt needed something additional that might inspire them to really concentrate and focus on the work and do the revision and do all the work that they needed to do to get their 5A star to C minimum. We never talk about that's the limit. There's always aspirations to get higher than the C grades. Urban Synergy came in, they did something quite interesting. We invited year 10 and 11 students into the hall, and they saw a panel of 6 professional people talking about their life experiences and where they were at and how they got there. And I think for a lot of our students, they don't often see professional people, particularly black professional people, to be blunt, talking and seeing the real life situation of how successful people can be with a bit of energy and dedication. And that was a starting point. Then we had another meeting with the 20 students and their parents launching the actual mentoring project. And we had some main mentors coming in. We had a main speaker coming in. He was very inspirational. I've forgotten his name. He's sitting over there. I've forgotten your name. I have to say he was very, very inspirational. Paul, sorry Paul, I forgot your name. Paul came in several months ago to talk to the 20 students and some of the parents who came to that evening to motivate the students, to make them realise that they are capable and what they're capable of doing, but it needed something from them to actually achieve that. And that started the programme off. And now it's down to about 15 hours. 15 students or so get met on a regular basis by mentors from Urban Synergy. Sometimes in the school, sometimes out of the school, sometimes it's in cafes, it can be anywhere. And I think that's quite important. What's good for me, for Urban Synergy, and I think for Miss Ashton, it's not us teachers saying the same old thing. It's actually people from outside who have got professional jobs, who have got people they can look at and think, it's not just Mr Dixon, it's not just so-and-so from the school saying the same old thing that we've been saying for 5 years. And I think that the power of that is really, really important. And I think that's really where the strength of Urban Synergy is. It's people outside, and they wonder, why do they come in and help us, or them, as individuals? And they're not sure why. And I think that's a powerful tool as well. They think people in the community are prepared to come in and do something for them. And I think that's why it works.
Okay. Can I just ask quickly, before we move on to, I think it's Rosaline and Lucy, I do want to pronounce the name wrong. Just quickly, what stage are you at now with that project? It's not long started.
No, the way it's working at the moment, Miss Ashton gets reports from the people who are mentoring the students to say what's taking place, what discussions are taking place, and what things they're focusing on. And in fact, I missed out a piece. What Miss Ashton did do, she wrote a small sort of history of that student, so that the mentor wasn't meeting that person cold. They knew what the problems were, what subjects they needed to focus on, and what were the issues with those particular students. I think that was important because the first meeting had somewhere to go.
Okay. I'm going to come on to Rodley and Leslie in a minute, but just before you take a seat, with regards to your involvement with Urban Synergy, just with the programmes, I mean, just from your experience, you know, how much value would you say the programmes add to the school curriculum? I mean, it's not, you know, a mandatory thing, but, you know, if it were, you know, do you think it should be, you know, an organisation like Urban Synergy coming in, a regular thing that schools have, and if so, what type of value, from your experience, does it actually add to students on the whole, school, the actual education system as a whole?
Well, apart from the educational aspects of it, it's also about making students feel valued. If they feel valued, it has an impact on how they view their educational experience as a whole. So I think the more people from outside, whether it's Urban Synergy or any other organisations, the power of that coming into the curriculum, supporting subjects specifically by people who have used their subject knowledge to get to where they've got to in life is a valuable thing.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you, John Dixon. Thank you.